question is Dune Part 2 gonna be better than Dune Part 1?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good answer. From the stuff I've read on our previous videos in relation to Dune, people have said Part 1 was just set up. Even though there was so much there was so much good stuff, it was just laying the foundations for what's gonna happen in this movie. So I'm gonna agree with you and say, hey, I feel Part 2 might be even better, might supersede Part 1. But before we get to this, we gotta do fact of the day, page number 59, fact number
2.
In the 1st century AD, most ships in the Northern Hemisphere only sailed between May and September.
Wow.
I'm sure that's because those were the summer months and it was less aggressive on the oceans than it would have been all year round.
Smart.
Precisely, thank you very much. I do read a little bit, not a lot. Well, there are a lot of books here, but I don't read that much. I read some, not tons. She reads a lot more than I do. Hey, NarendraTheComic! Yes, and right now we're going to be reacting to this trailer for Dune Part 2, baby! I'm ready! I'm hyped. It's coming out in like 4 or 5 months' time, and it's probably my most anticipated movie of the year.
I think after Oppenheimer, yes, absolutely.
Oh, right, okay.
This is going to blow everything else out of the water, 100%.
I mean, you said other than Oppenheimer, because that one is actually going to blow everything up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very apt.
Uh-huh.
On point.
But I do believe that Denis Villeneuve is going to smash this out of the park. We had no idea about Dune before we watched the first movie, the first Part 1. And I'm telling you, I'm thinking I'm going to read the rest of the books after this part.
Absolutely decided.
Because there's just so much good shit going on here, so much world building. And in the modern day, there's general shit hanging about the place, whether it's books, television, film, any type of media. Maybe it's good to go back to the older stuff.
Yes.
Because there's some gems to unearth for the uninitiated like us when it comes to Dune. But let's get to this trailer. Let's go.
This world is beyond cruelty. You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades. My family's been fighting them for centuries. They were massacred alongside my father.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
We believe in Fremen.
Let me fight beside you.
Reload!
He said that. I got that.
Right.
He's catching on quick.
Yeah.
I won't be fighting for him. I'm fighting for my people.
You young pup.
Do you believe in Paul?
There are signs. The prophet. Why is that a bad thing? Use it.
Because all my visions lead to horror.
Because you lose control.
Because I gain it.
Whoa.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Do you believe in me?
Paul Atreides is still alive.
Oh!
Is that...
I had no idea he was in it.
Is he the Emperor?
I guess.
Deal with this prophet.
Show me who you are.
Your father. Was a weak man. Look who's back from the dead.
Oh, okay.
Now do what must be done.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
Gold Power Ranger moment, is it?
No.
Okay.
I'll love you as long as I breathe.
This prophecy is how they enslave us!
It's not a prophecy. It's a story.
I don't care what you believe. I believe. I am Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis.
He who can destroy a thing has the real control of it.
There were some real good lines
Some
in there.
great lines.
Really, really stellar stuff.
Oh my.
Now my question is, are those lines that have been pulled from the book itself, or are they just very, very in-tune lines? That first one about, I'm having these horrible nightmares about...
The future.
Exactly. Being in control is actually the problem for him. That's a big one. And that one at the end there, having control over something means you can destroy it.
Yo, there's so much goodness in this. I have to say, that moment where you said about the gold Power Ranger, I thought that was a shot from the first trailer of the first Dune and that we saw in the film.
Yeah.
Paul's dream sequence.
Yeah.
But that was Chani who was fighting.
Because maybe they're linked somehow, so that way they're kind of intermingling with their both perceived perceptions of the future.
Yeah.
Whether it's him, whether it's her, one of those is the outcome.
Yes. Another thing about this that I really, really like is the idea of this prophecy, because we found out from the first film that the Bene Gesserit have been playing this game for 100 years to lay the foundations for their chosen prophet, which was meant to be a girl. But now Paul has taken up that mantle, and he doesn't like that he's deceiving every one of the Fremen. Like, he knows that this has been laid out for him. It's not a real prophecy. And yet, by the end, he's naming himself Muad'Dib. He has decided, I am the prophet. I've decided it's now self-fulfilling. Right? Which is such a bold thing from that first film where his mother's saying, lean in, lean in. Gurney's saying, lean in, lean in. And he's saying, I don't want to lean in. It's wrong to deceive these people. But then he's leading them.
Because, well, when you need an army, you need an army. Whether he's doing it for that reason, whether he actually believes it in the end, and whether he thinks it is fate, is a different question. He might believe the hype, and it probably is true. This story, this prophecy has been set up by the Bene Gesserit.
But the Atreides family has just elbowed their way in, and now Paul's going to be the one who potentially has all the power.
But that was because the mother, he was supposed to be the prophet under this concept of it, but I don't know if he was actually meant to be the prophet.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's a bit of misunderstanding here. I think this film...
The Bene Gesserit at this point are like, hey, he's the prophet.
Well, yeah, but...
They are. They're like, don't fuck it up, though.
But is he going to answer to the Bene Gesserit when
No,
the time
that's
comes?
the problem the Bene Gesserit have. Because they wanted total control, but the way the mother's done it, they've kind of let him have too much freedom.
This is going to be really interesting.
Layers upon layers upon layers, like a very, very fat onion. Very stinky, very smelly, but at the same time, you cook it up a bit, you saute them, and they can be very, very tasty. Don't eat them raw, though, unless it's in a salad. Then sometimes you can have it, but oftentimes, don't be in onions for no reason raw. I've seen people eat them like apples.
I've seen it.
Very odd, very strange, but hey, everyone's culture's different. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then who knows, maybe a sandworm gonna come after you. You don't want that? No, do they want that? No, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been Nonsensei.
She's been Nonsensei. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow if you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 5 years now, and we aren't stopping until we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe, pop back in tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. So hashtag never not here, just how it goes. Also bring the podcast means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring a lot, bring a little, do a lot, do a little, but we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more, see you then. Skadoosh.
I got you! I got you! Take that, you friggin' psycho! I got you!